Well, that was a close encounter, and in the end, after a string of losses, it was RCB who wins the South Indian Derby by 13 runs. Welcome to the post-match presentation. Right at the top, BCCI would like to thank all the sponsors of the Tata IPL, Tata, Dream 11, Unacademy, Cred, Upstocks, Swiggy, Instamart, Rupee, Aramco, Paytm and Seat Tyres. It's time for the Punch Super Striker of the Match award, and the winner gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh, and it goes to Faf du Plessis for scoring 38 runs from just 22 balls at a strike rate of 172.73. I needed a few boundaries to start the innings, give the innings that momentum with that innings of his captain leading from the front. Moving on, it's now time for the Dream 11 Game Changer of the Match award, and it goes to Moeen Ali. He gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh. For scoring 108 fantasy points, Moeen Ali with the bat, 34 of 27, and with the ball, 2 for 28. Oh, a dream delivery, that one from Moeen. Up next is the Unacademy Let's Crack It Sixes award, and the winner gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh, and it's Moeen Ali again for hitting 2 sixes in the match, the longest, 87 meters long. 2 sixes and 2 boundaries in his knock of 34 of 27. A massive hit, those. It's time for the Cred Power Player of the Match award, and the winner gets a cheque of ₹1 lakh, and the award goes to Faf du Plessis for his 35 of just 17. The power play. In the end, hit 4 fours and a 6. A little streaky, but they all count. Cred Power Player of the Match, Faf du Plessis. It's now time for the Upstock's Most Valuable Asset of the Match award, and goes to Mahipal Lomror for collecting maximum up runs. He gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh. Top knock. His team was under pressure on a pitch that was gripping a bit, was difficult to play the spinners. But what a fabulous knock from Mahipal Lomror, playing only his second game this season. Up next is the Swiggy Instamart Fastest Delivery of the Match award, and goes to Mohammad Siraj for clocking a delivery of 144.1 kilometers an hour. He gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh, and that's exactly the delivery. To Ruturaj Gaikwad, a lot fuller. It's now time for the Rupee On The Go Force of the Match award, and the winner gets a trophy and a cheque of ₹1 lakh, and it goes to Devon Conway for hitting 6 fours in the match. Back-to-back 50s for Devon Conway. Was unbeaten in the last game. Unfortunately, could not take his team across the line tonight. But nevertheless, another fantastic knock. Well, now it's time to have a chat with the winning captain. I've got Faf du Plessis here. Faf, very important game this one after those string of losses.
Yeah, we definitely needed that. I mean, just for the confidence in the group. The guys have been doing some good things behind the scenes, but when you have to do it out in the middle, once again, to put up a decent total today on a wicket that had a bit of challenge towards it. So I think we're definitely moving in the right direction with the batting lineup. And the confidence the guys are getting. And with the bowling, on the bowling department, we've been very good throughout the tournament. So it's just a case of backing it up with some good runs.
Halfway through the game, 173. What was your assessment of that total?
Yeah, I was thinking initially like 165 would be a pass score, so anything above that would be nice to get. And then also realized that if the power play was going to be probably the easiest time to score, because the nature of the wicket, it was quite slow and a little bit of stop to it. So they had a good start. I think 50 in the power play, but once we got that 2 wickets, I thought we were excellent. Our energy in the field was amazing. Guys diving all over the place, great catching, and some really good bowling as well.
Well, there are quite a few leaders in that group, ex-captains and leaders per se. How important it is for especially this format to have those kind of characters in the team?
No, it's very important. Obviously, we're very lucky to have one experience, and as you say, two guys who captain their own teams. Obviously, Virat's been captaining here for a long time. So it's really great for me just to, when there's some advice, when there's some questions to be asked, that I can lean on a really good senior player group. But also the communication now, I think, is getting better and better on the field. Now that we know each other, we understand the relationships, what's the best and what's not the best.
Fair enough. Well, going into the business end, any areas that you want to address, because it's like almost you've got to win every game from here.
Yeah, I think just keep improving in the batting department. Like I said, we are doing that. For me, it's the things that we're looking to do is to try and find one of the top four to bat through and get that 70+ score, because we've got enough power around that to come in. So it's just that consistency around the batting unit, and keep making sure we play the positive brand of cricket. Not to be defensive, especially like you're saying now, towards the business end of the tournament. I think naturally what can happen is you can pull back, and that's not the way we want to go.
Right, Faf, listen, there are quite a few games. I know you've got a few games up your sleeves, but when do you start thinking about the net run rate? Does it ever come to your mind, or is it just let it be?
I think once you get an opportunity in a match where you can think about the run rate, then you will think about it. But the nature for us now is making sure that we get the wins. If we get the wins, we'll be there and thereabouts. Yeah, I never think about it so far ahead. Hopefully we get an opportunity where we can sit on the side of the field and we can have the discussion where we can go, right, it's a good opportunity now to put the foot on the gas.
Right, congratulations again, and hopefully you get both the run rate and the wins.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Faf du Plessis, captain of RCB. Right, now it's time for the Man of the Match award, and the winner gets a trophy and a check of ₹1 lakh. Quite a few good performances, but in the end it was Harshal Patel for his performance with the ball, 3 for 35. Well, Harshal Patel, he's a specialist. We've seen him do this over and over again over the years. Harshal, congratulations, brilliant. But again, talk me through after that first over. That was not the greatest of starts for you. What was going on in your mind then?
Right, I think in the first over I was trying to bowl slow balls into the pitch, but I kind of floated a couple just under the bat, and those were the ones that went for the boundary. So I think that's what I've been trying to do for last 4 or 5 games. I'm trying to concede 2 less boundaries in my spell, and by being a little more tighter with my execution and better with my sequencing, because when I look at my last 4 or 5 games, I haven't had as much impact as I did in the first half. So that's what I've been trying to correct, and I'm very happy that I was able to come back the way I did.
Right, talking about comebacks, let's have a look at those wickets of yours. And also, you changed ends. Did that have anything to do with what you wanted to do?
Yeah, because to both the left-handers, we decided that I was going to bowl wider off stump, so that allowed me to use the bigger side. So that was the only rationale behind changing ends.
Brilliant. Like, you're a specialist, right? Slog overs, you come in and do the job. Tell us and talk us through the keys that you've got in your mind, that you've got to, the processes that you have for that.
Yeah, I think you need to be aware of what the conditions are, first of all. Second, what the batter's trying to do, what are the areas they are trying to score in. And most importantly, what are the deliveries that you can execute? What are the deliveries that you feel confident about on that particular occasion? So you take all these calculations in your mind, and at the top of the mark, you need to be absolutely clear with your option and with your field placement. As long as you have clarity on top of your mark, you should be fine.
That's brilliant. Brilliant insights there. Quickly, I mean, your go-to deliveries are the slower ones, but on pitches where it isn't gripping that much, then what do you do? What is plan B for you then?
Yeah, it's sequencing, like I said. When people are waiting for the slower balls, how do I make sure that I don't give them that slower ball? So that's where my hard length balls, my bouncers and my Yorkers come in, which I have not been able to use a lot this season, especially the Yorkers, and which is something that I want to bring back in the later half of IPL.
Well, congratulations again on the win and on your performance, and all the very best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was Harshal Patel, a player of the match for his 3-wicket haul, and that concludes the post-match presentation.